You know the feeling. You tap a link, and instead of getting the content you want, you get nothing, just a blank screen hanging in purgatory. That pause represents a physical machine struggling to perform work. Every time you click, a remote server has to wake up, spin up its processors, and execute a heavy series of computations just to figure out what you asked for. As long as website owners treat load times like mysterious digital magic instead of a literal mechanical process, they will never fix the root cause of why their sites are slow. A 3-second delay for a single visitor to fetch an article is a mild annoyance. The machine works a little hard, and then it's done. Now watch what happens to the math when 10, 1,000, or 10,000 people click that same link at the exact same moment. This graph shows the baseline server capacity instantly redlining. The machine physically cannot keep up with the computation demand. Processors overload, memory runs out, and the resulting server crash usually comes with an astronomical hosting bill just for the privilege. Long before the server catches fire, the real damage is already done. Your potential customers have given up and left before the page ever had a chance to render. To understand why standard WordPress sites buckle under this pressure, we have to slow down time. Let's look at the exact millisecond a user clicks a link, follow that signal through the fiber optics, and slam into the server rack. Here is the hidden digital journey. The moment the signal arrives, the server's processing engine wakes up. Think of it like turning the lights on at a heavy manufacturing plant. First, the server is forced to run thousands of lines of complex PHP code just to interpret what the user is actually looking for. Next, it reaches deep into a relational database to individually fetch the text, the images, and the layout parameters. Finally, it has to painstakingly weld all of those raw, disparate pieces together to build a completely fresh HTML document from scratch. This is the core architecture of WordPress. It treats every single visitor as an excuse to run this entire heavy manufacturing process all over again. A blog post might not have been updated in 6 months, yet the server identically rebuilds that exact same page thousands of times a day for every new click. The standard industry response is to slap a caching plugin onto the site. These tools try to artificially crank up the speed of the assembly line, or occasionally let the server skip a minor step. But under heavy traffic, those plugins still fail. They are ultimately tethered to that dynamic, resource-heavy PHP and database architecture. Treating the symptoms of a broken assembly line is a waste of time. To achieve true speed, you have to abandon the assembly line entirely. The structural cure is called static page generation. Instead of building pages on demand while the user waits, the server creates them in advance. The Nimbica platform converts a dynamic WordPress site into a set of pre-rendered, lightweight static files. Inside the Nimbica Connect WordPress dashboard, the static speed cache module handles this transition by serving optimized static copies to eliminate render blocking. Below, the image optimization module generates lightweight WebP and AVIF versions when the fly, without modifying your original files. The result is that when a user clicks a link now, the server does zero computation. It doesn't run PHP, and it doesn't query a database. It just instantly hands over the finished product. This core Web Vitals report shows the immediate impact of removing that dynamic load. Desktop performance hits a perfect 100 out of 100, with first contentful paint dropping to 0.6 seconds. These architectural gains translate to mobile environments as well. This mobile report shows a 97 performance score and a largest contentful paint of just 2.1 seconds, bypassing traditional mobile bottlenecks. Checking overall site health, this GT Metrics report confirms a grade A with 99% performance, featuring a first contentful paint of 674 milliseconds. By ending the repetitive mechanical cost of WordPress, site owners reduce their server bills and ensure the page is ready the instant a visitor clicks.